Men, listen carefully, because what I'm about to tell you is something 95% of guys will never figure out until it's too late. She's testing you, not with a pop quiz, not with some obvious trick. She's testing you without saying a single word, with her silence, her tone, her delays, her indifference. And most men, they fail repeatedly, not because they're weak, not because they're dumb, but because they don't know the game is even being played. She doesn't hand you a study guide. She doesn't warn you she's watching. But every reaction, every slip, every moment you fold, she's clocking it. And by the time you realize it, you're already categorized as the guy she controls, the one she can walk over, the one she doesn't respect. Today, I'm going to break down how women test men without saying a word, why they do it, and how to pass every one of those tests with your masculinity intact. Let's unmask the truth. She delays texts or goes cold suddenly. You're having good conversation. Then suddenly, she pulls back, takes hours to reply, leaves you on read, doesn't initiate anything. You panic. You double text. You start wondering what you did wrong. And that's exactly what she's looking for. This is a silence test. She wants to see if you get needy, you chase, you lose your cool. A man who holds his ground, stays calm, doesn't break rhythm, he passes. A man who spirals, complains, or tries to win her back, he fails. She might not even be mad at you. She might just be bored. But your reaction tells her everything. She disrespects you subtly, just to see your response. Women rarely walk up and say, "Let me see if I can disrespect you." No, they'll do it subtly. She shows up late, makes a joke at your expense in front of others, says, "Calm down, it's not that serious," when you correct her. You think you should let it go to keep the peace. You laugh it off. You downplay it. Wrong move. She's checking your spine. She wants to know, do you value yourself enough to check her behavior? Because if you don't, she never will again. Women don't respect what they can dominate. Period. Set the tone early. Disrespect once ignored becomes permission. She tests your frame with emotional outbursts. Ever had her go from sweet to distant to angry in the span of an hour? You're thinking, what the hell did I do wrong? Probably nothing. She's testing your emotional leadership. Can you stay calm when she storms? Can you hold frame when she tries to suck you into her chaos? Can you set boundaries without yelling? Because here's the secret. She doesn't want you to match her emotion. She wants you to be the anchor. If she pushes your buttons and you explode, she learns, this man can't lead me emotionally. But if she rants and you stay grounded, firm, but calm, that's a man I can trust with my storms. Women test strength by trying to shake it. She plays dumb about what she wants. She'll say, "I don't know what you want to do. I'm just going with the flow." You decide. Sounds nice, right? But this is often a leadership test. She wants to see if you can make decisions, take charge, led without needing her approval. You think you're being polite when you keep asking, "What do you want?" But what she hears is, this man is passive. He needs direction. He's unsure of himself. Take the lead. Be decisive. Even if she pushes back a little, she'll respect it. Women follow what they trust, and they trust what's firm. She mentions other men casually. "My co-worker said something funny today. This guy at the gym helped me with my form." Seems harmless, right? Nope. That's a jealousy test. She wants to see, will you get insecure? Will you get controlling? Will you lose composure? Your reaction tells her how much power she has. If you become defensive or accuse her, you lose. If you stay cool, maybe even smile and say, "Sounds like he has good taste, but he's not me," you win. She wants to see if you're secure enough in yourself to not be rattled by invisible threats. A king doesn't argue with gestures. She pulls back after intimacy. You finally got close. Emotionally, physically, you thought it was going somewhere real. Then suddenly, she's cold, detached, busy. You're confused. What happened? It's the post-intimacy power test. She wants to see, will you chase? Will you beg for the connection again? Will you act like it meant more to you than to her? Most men panic. They text more. Ask what went wrong. Try to recreate the spark. And she knows, he's hooked. I have the upper hand. But if you stay calm, stay focused, let her come back on her own, she starts to see you as a man who doesn't get emotionally hijacked. That's power. That's control. And that's rare. She tries to change your mind subtly. You tell her, I don't do that. I have a rule. I don't tolerate X. She laughs. Come on, just this once. Don't be so rigid. Sounds playful, but it's a boundary test. She's checking. Do you mean what you say? Or will you bend because you want to please her? Every time you fold, just once, she learns his words don't mean much. And if your word doesn't mean anything, neither does your leadership. You pass the test when you calmly say, I said what I said. No drama, no anger, just firmness. Women don't need tyrants. They need men who stand on what they say. Men, you don't get tested when everything is easy. You get tested when she's moody, she's distant, she's cold, she's quiet. That's when she's watching. That's when the decision is being made. Can I trust this man with my emotions, with my chaos, with my nature? Most men fail because they think love is about being soft, sweet, and always agreeable. It's not. It's about being unshakable. You're not being mean by standing your ground. You're not being cold by enforcing boundaries. You're not being a jerk by being decisive. You're being a man. So next time she tests you without a word, smile. You just got your exam. Now pass it. If this truth hit you hard, you know what to do. Subscribe to Woman Unmasked, where we drop the truth no one else will tell you. Like this video, if you've ever failed a test you didn't know you were taking. Comment below. What's one test you now realize she gave you, and how did you react? Share this with your brothers, friends, and sons, because too many men are being tested and failing in silence. This is Woman Unmasked, where the games end and real men rise.